Libra, welcome to May 2019. The energies begin to calm down quite a bit here in May from the roller coaster that we had in April. The Taurus new moon happens on the 4th, and this brings the action to shared resources, other people's money. Money that comes to you through an insurance payout, a tax payout, an inheritance, royalties. It's income that can come from investments. It can be income that comes from real estate you own. And it is in positive energy flow with both Saturn and Pluto, which is really good. I don't want to astro-babble too much in here. Okay, so this is a very good time for investments. This is a very good time for you to invest in yourself, invest in property, invest in a business. And it can also be a time where your partner, if you're coupled, is doing well, is bringing in more income to the household. And that is positive, good news. Now, your avatar Venus is being challenged by Saturn at the beginning of May. And that's because she's now moving through Aries. But by the end of the month, she's trining. So it's really good, and she's moving quick. There's no retrograde here like last year. So there can be something here with you that you want to watch out for getting into arguments with anybody, because you've been through so much for so long that you may still be feeling a little raw from April. And you just want to be careful with things you're saying, because Mercury's there too, and Mercury is the messenger, and Venus is relationships, and it's in the area of relationships. So, watch the tit for tat kind of communication. You're very intelligent. You're an air sign, so you rule the mental quadrant, and so you could really be just zinging. you're in the mood to zing. Oh yeah, zing, zing, and okay. But then down the road you could be like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. I wish I kind of didn't go there. So watch that. Watch where you're just ready aim fire. and know that, I see the happy ending in here for you this month. So even if it's a bit rocky for you in the beginning, where you're just feeling like, I'm sick of these people, or I'm sick of this situation, I am just going to let you have it. You just want to be aware that, once it's out there, you can't pull it back in. And especially on social media. Where you're just feeling like, I'm going to talk about this. Brr. And the next thing you know, you're in some Twitter war with somebody, or Facebook. And you're just like, oh, why am I wasting my time with this? Yeah. Why are you wasting your time with this? And that's what Saturn is also asking of you, because, Saturn's asking you to really use your resources wisely. The Taurus new moon is saying that. You're getting a new start in this area of resources. So are we using it wisely? And, you want to, sometimes it's good to hold our cards close to our chest and keep our poker face on. Everything's wonderful. There's times like that. And I can see that for you here, this first part of May. Just keep that poker face on. Everything's wonderful. And then, work it out with yourself or somebody, you can trust, your partner, whoever, that you can say what you really think, and let these energies move forward. Mercury will couple with Uranus on the 8th. That can be a breakthrough day where you have, an answer to something, or you solve a situation with a relationship, and that's good news. Venus will form a harmonious aspect with Jupiter on the 9th, but she's getting slammed by Pluto at the same time. So, yes, the way out is through maybe taking a vacation. So instead of going there with other people, get in your car and drive. Jump on a bus, jump on a train, jump on a plane. Just go somewhere. Can be short distance too. Doesn't have to be a big trip. Just get yourself out of there, because Jupiter is the way out. And so instead of getting in a power struggle with someone or, argument, the way out is through Jupiter. Just go off into nature. Go off and do something fun for yourself and reward yourself. And you'll be glad you did. Really glad. And then here in the States, we have Happy Mother's Day to all you moms. Happy Mother's Day. And then Venus enters Taurus on the 15th. This is very good. This is really good. And now Mars is entering Cancer on the 15th as well. So the divine lovers, one goes into Taurus and the other goes into Cancer. And this is wonderful for work and career. So wherever you're feeling like frustrated, like the answer for you is to just travel, is to just, short distance travel, long distance travel is good for you this month, is to, get yourself out of the environment and put yourself into a new environment, a different environment. It will put a smile on your face, it'll re-energize you, it'll expand consciousness, and it will just empower you to feel good and be happy. And then we have the Scorpio full moon on the 18th. Now this is in the area of resources for you. And so you want to be, definitely paying attention to your spending. Watch your spending. You can take day trips or travel. It doesn't have to be super expensive. There's ways to do it where you do it on the down low and you have a great time and it doesn't, cost a fortune. So think about that. And, there could be something that your partner is revealing to you at the time of the full moon. Scorpio is about secrets or things that we haven't known about. Full moons bring things to light, to our awareness, conscious awareness, and it is in harmony with Pluto, which is good. And there's no challenging aspects to this full moon. However, with the moon opposing Mercury like this, it can be, where some people are really emotional. Full moons are intense. Even if they're in harmony with planets, they're still super intense. It brings a tremendous amount of intensity. And Scorpio is very intense. It's ruled by Pluto. Pluto rules obsession. Yes, Pluto is in harmony with the moon. It's still a very intense moon. And the conflict between the emotions and the intellect, or the conscious awareness and what's going on in the subconscious or the unconscious, which is brought up and can be surprising. Another thing too is Venus and Uranus are coupled together at the same time at the Scorpio full moon. And that can be surprising as well. So I see some really weird things coming out at this full moon, things being revealed in the collective, but as well for many of us personally, it could be, say, a family member comes out. They tell the family at the full moon that they're gay. It could be something like that, where someone comes out and says, hey, and it's like, whoa, I didn't know that. Did you? I didn't know. So it can be like that. It doesn't have to be negative at all, but it will be surprising. So things are getting revealed here at the Scorpio full moon. For you, it could be about, your spending, your partner spending, where do we need to make some changes or be more supportive of each other and of our heart's desire and what we want. It could be that as well for some of you, where you're having that money talk with each other. The Scorpio full moon is bringing, the money to the forefront. Time to talk about what we're spending, where we're putting our money, where we're investing, and how we can, use this energy to build wealth, create more prosperity. And that's another thing too, is, we want to be careful, especially at the Scorpio full moon, because with Mars here in Cancer, Mars is not, doesn't want to be in Cancer. And so we could find that, words can either heal or hurt, right? We can use words as weapons, or we can use our words to heal. And here at this full moon, it could be as well, as we want to be careful of what we say. And even if we feel compelled, Pluto is so obsessional. I feel compelled to tell you the truth. Why not wait a few hours? Wait until the moon goes into Sagittarius. The moon will go into Sagittarius, like 9 hours later. And then 3 days later, the sun goes into Gemini. That totally lifts the mood. And especially with the moon in Sagittarius, that will totally lift the mood for everyone and would be a better time to discuss money or something that you've been wanting to talk about. And, now with things lighter, it's easier for you and others. It's easier for you to talk about it. It's easier for others to hear it when the energy lightens up. Yes, this is a great moon, but not everyone does well in the water energy. Not everyone does well when the sun is in the earth sign Taurus and the moon is in the water sign Scorpio. Collectively, and I've witnessed this as the astrologer, people are happier when the moon is in a air sign or a fire sign, and the sun as well. It's just how the collective moves. The moon rules the collective consciousness, and people are happier when the moon is in a fire sign or an air sign. And so I think it's better to wait and then talk about something that's important to you, say on the 19th or even the 21st, and that way the energies are lighter. And the sun enters Gemini on the 21st, and you're going to love that too, because Gemini is your sister sign. And then Mercury enters Gemini right after the sun. And that is, if you don't have the travel bug now, you're definitely going to have the travel bug here in May. Pretty much, because Mars is there for the most part up until he moves in on the 15th. And then 6 days later, the sun is in there and Mercury. And I think that's just so good for you, Libra, is you're ready for a wild adventure. Your soul is ready to just travel and have fun and leave the challenges behind. And that's, absolutely a great strategy for you, is to have that to look forward to, because it's been a really challenging year. And you're ready to have some fun, have some lightness, things be lighter, and something to really look forward to. So plan a trip here in May. It would be really good for you to, get away for a weekend, or take a week and go, or a couple of weeks if you can, and just go to your favorite place. Plan an adventure, and the wilder the better, because you're ready for that. You need a wild adventure to just free you from all of this intensity and challenge and problems that have come up this year, and dealing with other people. You're ready to do nice things for you, and it's time, especially with that sun moving into your sister sign on the 21st and Mercury going there. And of course, Venus will be there too in June. And then you're going to have the new moon there, and The full moon will be fun in Sagittarius, so you're ready to travel here in May and June. Travel is on the horizon for you. It's like the solution to things is what I'm seeing here is just, take a day trip, take a week trip, travel, within 100 miles of where you live. Travel, thousands of miles away from where you live. You'll love it. You'll be so happy that you did this for yourself. And of course, take your partner with you and travel together and have fun. Totally. Now, here in the States, we have Memorial Day weekend, May 24th through the 27th. Woohoo! Yay! Summertime, summertime. It's almost summertime. And, oh, so cool. Venus, now that she's in Taurus, is sextiling Neptune on the 30th. This is really good. And she's trine Saturn, harmonious energy flow with Saturn on the 31st, and then trines Pluto on June 2nd. I had to include that in here because it's just such good news. And this is where fairy tales do come true. Fairy tales do come true. You get your happy ending. You get your happy ending in here. By the end of the month, you're getting your happy ending. And that's why this first part of the month, what Saturn is asking for you to do is to reframe and rethink how to achieve a healthy, authentic, true bond with your partner, with other people. And it's not, doing the tit for tat thing. Well, I'll say this when you said that. It's okay. How do I reframe and rethink what I say and do and my behavior so that I'm achieving a healthy, authentic, true bond, true soulmate feeling with my relationships. And that can be friendships, that can be colleagues, that can be children, that can be your partner. This is what's being asked of you. And when you do that, you get the reward. You get the happy ending. You get that deeper connection you're seeking. And you get the happy ending. So you're getting that deeper connection. So for those of you available for love, well, it's on. And, it's about you getting out of Dodge. You know what I mean? Like, it's about you traveling. It's about you getting out of the day-to-day ordinary connections and meeting people that while you're traveling or while you're out on a day trip or while you're on vacation or, yes, you can meet people anytime, anywhere. Absolutely. But I'm just seeing that you're really at your best when you're doing something nice for you, taking a trip, going off on an adventure, and you could meet up with someone that is fantastic and amazing, and where you have a healthy, authentic connection with this person. As well as, for those of you coupled, like going away, you can, re-energize the relationship with a freshness and a newness because you're in a new environment, you're having new experiences, you can share that with each other, and that bonds you together and creates that happy feeling, that happily ever after that you're seeking. Absolutely. And, money looks good. You are definitely, working with your money this month, looking at things, looking at how you can perhaps for some cut costs or, change your investments. You might be looking at that as well, or, where you're investing your time, energy, and money. You're looking at that, and that's a good thing to do, is to plan well, and that's the thing is, both of these moons are about prosperity and abundance, and they're in harmony with Saturn and Pluto and Neptune, which is very fortuitous. And they're in your money houses. So you are thinking about your money and how you're investing, but also abundance, because that's just your time, your energy, your resources, your heart, where you're investing yourself. And this is the time to look at that. It is the time to look at, your spending and how you can rein that in if you need to. And, career is getting a bigger focus as the months go on. You're definitely moving towards that area. With Mars there, you can be focused on, moving up in what you do, but it's not about being aggressive or going after things this month. This is not the energy. Taurus slows things down. We need to slow down. It's been too revved up this year. We need to slow it down and go with the flow. Mars in Cancer, Cancer rules water. So it's about going with the water. It's not about bucking the current. It's about let the river take you. Let the water take you. And it's about building good relationships. It's about building relationships. Not about, got to get everything done here in May. No, not at all. You have the next several months to really watch your career take off and your prosperity grow. And Venus is doing very well in Taurus, and especially as she ends the month and goes into June, which is a strong sign of prosperity and gaining in prosperity for you. And that's good news. Spiritually, take that time to travel. Take that time to commune in nature so that you are feeling the connection to the greater, to all that is. You are not your astrology. You are not what you do. You are not your relationships. You are a great spiritual being. And you are choosing these human experiences to grow and evolve. And the more we connect to the higher self, the more we can be reminded that we are so much more than just this. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Libra, you rockin' awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel, and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Libra, you get your happy ending. Yay!